This is a tutorial for full body tracking in VR. This is very expensive with very little return. So unless you're certain that you want full body tracking in VR, I suggest just sticking to head and hand tracking. This is PC only, so you'll need a headset like an Oculus Rift or an HTC Vive. Depending on your budget will determine on how you can get full body tracking. The cheapest route is the Xbox 360 Connect, around $40 with the adapter. You can find these on eBay or your local thrift shop. We're going to download K2 VR, which is Connect to VR. It's completely free, so you don't have to pay for it. This will allow you to use your Connect with Steam VR. I'll link a tutorial on how to use this application in the description. The second cheapest route, and it's a little more functional, is the Xbox 360 Connect with color tracking. You'll need to purchase an application called Driver for VR, which is $20 USD. Then you'll need to use something that can glow a certain color. It looks ridiculous, but I used 2 iPods and an old iPhone. I put a piece of white printer paper on the front of them to make it a solid color, and strapped them to myself using these things. Then I set one to blue, another to yellow, and the third one to red. I would make sure your room is completely dark as you can possibly make it. I'll put a link in the description on how to set this up. This is the third most expensive option. Now I would not suggest going out and buying this third option since it's a bit ridiculous and doesn't offer much of an advantage. But the Xbox One Connect can also be used. It'll cost around 60 USD, but the issue is getting the adapter that goes with it. Microsoft discontinued the adapter because the second attempt at the Connect failed, so they stopped making Connects and their adapters, but you can get off-brand ones. You can use this with just raw Connect or color tracking as well. It's the same setup. Now, if you're gonna buy everything from option number 3, I suggest just skipping 3 and go right to 4. If you have an Oculus Rift or anything other than an HTC Vive, Valve Index, Cosmos, Pimax, or anything that uses Steam base stations, then this will cost around $600 to $700. If you do have base stations, then it'll cost around $350 to $400. So just sell your old headset and get an HTC Vive or some other headset that uses Valve base stations. You will need 3 Vive 2.0 trackers, because 1.0 is basically unusable. 1.0 has a white triangle while 2.0 has a blue one. You'll need the track straps at least. Track straps plus if you plan on playing for more than 4 hours at a time, which I suggest just getting the plus straps anyway. 3 open USB slots on your computer is necessary, and at least 2 base stations. I suggest 2.0 base stations since they cover a wider field of view and cover more distance. This setup will be the easiest, cleanest, and most functional, as long as you're using a Valve Steam supported headset. The trackers are essentially plug and play compared to the other stuff. You will need a big enough play space for the base stations to track everything on you, from your head to your feet or ankles. The only 3 games I'm aware that support full body tracking are VR Chat, Neos VR, and Beat Saber modded. Links for the products to buy are in the description, including everything I have set up and plus other products that you can use for tracking.